Why does God play such a big part in, I guess, really everything? I guess it's a dumb question. Why does he? He's the creator of everything. But I feel like I worded that wrong. Why he is necessary for business, and not just for business, but for your everyday life. I have noticed, and there's a study on this, that most people with depression and most people that suffer from mental illnesses are usually atheist or have no belief in God, which is basically what atheism means, or they have a different religion that has multiple gods, or are just very, very left-sided and very, very liberal. I'm not saying people on the people who are liberal and very left-sided are, I mean, damn, they're all crazy or they're all um depressed. But I've noticed that it is a trend that usually people who don't have God in their life, it's, they tend to not be very very healthy in their mind, and they usually make worse decisions, and they usually just fall under a certain spectrum, I guess I should say. And I've noticed that most billionaires, I was watching interviews. There's this one guy on TikTok that does interviews with like rich people. Y'all have probably seen him. Um, and he goes up to them and asks them like how much they make a year, if they've ever been broke before, and he asks them what it is that I guess really helped them get to that level. And I noticed a trend. A lot of them, most of them, said that they had God in their life and they had God guide them in their business. And I don't know if the biggest billionaires in the world, like I know Elon Musk is very, yeah, I think he's, I don't know if he's atheist, but he doesn't believe in God. He believes in that we're in a simulation. But I wonder what makes it different, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Kenny McElroy, another billionaire, is religious to a certain degree. And I think there are other billionaires who are religious, of course, but most millionaires and most, um, I guess, rich people who aren't like the top of the world, most millionaires who are about in the hundred millions in net worth, are usually religious. And I believe that a lot of billionaires aren't religious because in order to be a billionaire, you need to have a certain degree of, what do you call it? Greed, a certain level of greed. Because once you get past a certain level of wealth, you have so much. I think it's once past you get like 10 million a year. Like you have so much money that you really don't need anything else. And to be making more, you either have to have greed to a certain degree, or you just absolutely love what you do and you love helping and you love just growing your business. And I feel like if you are guided by God and you are guided under his hand and he shows you the proper way, I believe you can be rich. Maybe not as rich as you hope for, but you will be rich to a certain degree and you will be happy. You will have all your tendencies taken into account, I guess you could say. Basically, you won't really need anything in life. Like if it is, I don't know, because this is a very hot topic, very very, very sensitive topic, but I'm just saying my point of view on it. I feel like, I don't know, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know anything. It's the beautiful thing about learning and wisdom. The more knowledgeable you get, the less you know. It's something beautiful. I honestly did not want to make this video, like at all. I just wanted to lay down and just not do anything. I know, I mean, I am in the process of hiring some people so that I can have my business more automated, or basically automated to a certain degree, like the lead generation and the prospecting. I want to have that automated because it's, I don't want to have to do that. I want leverage. People say that, oh yeah, it's a skill, but in my opinion, I feel like it's a low level skill that, if you can pay someone $3 an hour to do, you can pay somebody $25 to do it for you. I feel like it's not really a skill that, it's not a very valuable skill like marketing is, or like knowing how to do SEO, or knowing how to do knowing how to grow somebody's online profile. Those are more valuable skills that other rich people need. And I feel like lead generation just isn't a skill that is super tangible and very, very future proof, especially since we already have so many automations that can just automatically book you meetings if your offer is strong enough, of course. Because if you have a crappy offer, you could have a whole system in place that a lot of people won't need. And I feel like with my offer, well, at least the offer I'm going to be selling, which is going to be the SEO. I think I'm going to be offering SEO at first, of course, while I learn the marketing part. Then I'm going to transition over to the offering the 5 quotes in a month or money back. I have been talking to a contractor or a media buyer. Um, we've been in the talks. I'm still not convinced if I should hire him. If I should hire him, um, just because I want to learn it myself. But I feel like I also want to have it automated. So I do want to hire him so that he can do it for me. But there's certain things that I'm quite indecisive about. One thing I am decided for, because I've talked to other people in my network and they've told me that they would recommend me to do the um, outreach myself. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I see why they tell me, but I personally don't see the logic behind it. If I can pay someone minimum, like, but way below minimum wage to do the little tasks that, while at the same time do grow my business because I need clients to grow my business, but if I could pay someone else to do it for cheaper and I can focus on other higher value skills like learning marketing, learning SEO, or learning how to expand on a certain other part of my business, I feel like, of course, I'd rather do that and focus on doing outreach, which, of course, is the key component to building an agency, the outreach aspect of things. But in order to actually scale and actually grow, you need to be focusing on other things and just have that automated. At least that's my perspective on it. Other people will probably disagree, and they're like, in order to have an agency, you need to do the outreach yourself. But I mean, I guess if you do the outreach, like some outreach yourself, you will learn. You probably won't book any meetings unless you're doing a lot of it a day, which I've noticed to do like 100 calls will easily take you an hour, probably more. And if you want to do more than that, like follow-ups or emails, it'll easily take you 3 hours. And right now, with school, I just don't have that time. I'm about to graduate, so I mean I will have that time, but I'm a lazy son of a bitch. I don't like working. Well, at least in that aspect of things. Because today I was talking with one of my friends about business, and I loved it for the first time. And that friend, I feel like most of the friend group sees him as the lazy person, the person that will amount to nothing. And today, talking with him, he wanted to do cybersecurity, but he's starting his own coffee business, or at least he's taking over his aunt's coffee shop, or like her own like coffee business. And I was kind of guiding him on how to boost his online profile, like just staying consistent with his posts, and how to like making himself a website just to boost SEO, and just certain things that could help him just build an online profile just so that people see him as legit. And we were talking about that, and I was very, very intrigued, especially because I didn't think this kid was into business like at all. But turns out he has somewhat of a. I feel like everybody has somewhat of a businessman inside of them. It just takes a certain thing to really just make you snap. And really just make you want to focus up. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna end the video here. I mean, I don't know. It's just certain things that I have to do. I know I have to right now finish watching the Google Ads tutorial. I haven't finished that. I want to finish an SEO tutorial for Go High Level, and I want to do a cold calling mastery so that I can present it to my cold callers, like with certain screenshots that they can read over, and that they can just, I guess, have something to look at. I do have a call with one tomorrow. I have a call with another one on Tuesday of next week. I had one today, but they didn't show up. I texted them, but I didn't. I expected them not to show up, honestly. But the next two, I have high hopes for them. I do have a script on how it's gonna go, and yeah, yeah, I think that's everything.